One of the services we offer here at Bunker Hill Community College is the ePortfolio. Through Digication ePortfolios, students can create their own website. Students can use this site to showcase their projects and accomplishments, or to share and collaborate with classmates. To get started building your ePortfolio, head to the BHCC website at www.bhcc.edu. From the BHCC main page, you can find the link to the portfolio system at the very bottom of the page. Just scroll all the way down, and under Life Map, you can click on ePortfolios. That link will take you to the ePortfolio login page. Here you can log in with your full Bunker Hill email address and whatever password you use for that account. Now, if this is your first time logging into ePortfolios, you'll probably come to a Terms of Service page, but after you agree to those terms, you'll be dropped off here at your home page. The home page lists any portfolios you've previously created, as well as any courses it knows that you're part of. Now, if you're building this portfolio on your own, you can get right started by clicking the Create button on the right. But if you're using this as part of a course, you may have to find that course page first. So you'll definitely want to check with your professor to see if they're using a course in the Digication system. With that in mind, we'll come back to creating the actual portfolio in a minute, but for now, let's make sure we can find that course. In the middle of the page, you'll see an area labeled My Courses. Just hit that Find button on the right. If your class is using a Digication course, your professor will give you the name they use so you can find it easily. When I find the right course, I can just click the link and hit the Enroll button to join the course. So what this course actually does is it connects all the students in the class. So I'm going to click on this People tab over here on the right. And on this page, you can actually see all the other students in the class. This makes it easy for the professor to find their students' works, and it makes it easy for the students to collaborate and share their portfolios with each other. Now that we have our course, we can return to our home page by scrolling up and hitting this Home button at the very top left. And now back on our home page, you can see the course we've added down here, and we can get back to it just by clicking there. So with this done, we're ready to actually create our portfolio. So let's go ahead and hit that Create button. Here we can watch a video explaining some of the new features of Digication ePortfolios. But since we're about to go over all of this ourselves, we can click the Skip Intro button at the bottom. For now, you have the choice of creating a portfolio using either the classic interface or the new interface. Now, it's possible that we'll stop supporting the old interface at some point in the future, but if you already have portfolios you've created with the old interface, you'll always be able to keep it and edit it using those tools. All right, so for this guide, I'm going to stick with the new Digication interface. Creating the portfolio is really as simple as giving it a title. Generally, your name is the best title to use. After all, the portfolio is meant to represent you. Once you have that, just click Create in the bottom right. Okay, so now that we've created our portfolio, the first thing I'm going to do is actually take us back to the dashboard page briefly, so we can see what this is going to look like most of the time. So we can return home by clicking the big D logo in the upper left and selecting Dashboard. Now we can see the portfolio recreated in the My ePortfolio section. So from now on, when you log in, you can just click on that portfolio and you'll be back here ready to add more content. The next thing I want to point out is the menu button in the upper right. Here you can publish pages of your portfolio, submit pages for assignments in the course, change portfolio settings, or make an extra copy of your portfolio. We're going to click on the Settings button. One thing we can do from the Settings page is change permissions. This allows you to control who is actually allowed to see your portfolio. I can see right now that it says Private to me, but if I click Edit, I can also set that to private within Bunker Hill, or public. Now, if I want to share my portfolio with anyone outside the college, I'm going to have to set that to public. But since I can always change this later, I'm going to leave it on private for now because I'm still working on building it. Just under that, though, it also says share with specific people, group, or course. This allows you to get real specific with who has access to your portfolio. Here I can type in the name of any Digication user and add them as a viewer to my portfolio. You can also change their role to give people more permission to edit or publish your portfolio. Finally, you can also give your class permission to see your portfolio. Just type in the name of your course and select it from the list. Now this is important because if you don't give your class permission to see the portfolio, then your professor may not be able to see your portfolio, and that is often a problem. When you're finished adding your class, click Save Settings down below. Okay, so now we have a portfolio of our own, and our class has access to it. We're ready to start actually developing it. Luckily, this new ePortfolio interface is really pretty easy to edit. Just click on any element on the page you want to change, and click the pencil button to edit it. Everything is saved automatically so you never lose any work, and you can see those save notifications up at the top of the page as you make changes. So while you're editing text, if you select some, it'll actually bring up this basic editing menu. This is where you can set text to bold, italic, create links, bulleted lists, etc. For more advanced editing, just click on the block you want to edit and select the gear icon to change settings. This brings up a side panel that will let you change more aspects of the text. Type fonts, sizes, colors, and backgrounds, page alignments, all that kind of stuff. There are two more buttons you'll see when you click on a block. This third one that looks like a cross or compass directions, and that allows you to move your block around the page. You can also resize the block by dragging the bottom right corner. And the last button on the list, the trash can, allows you to delete the block entirely. To confirm that you actually meant to delete it, type the word delete and click the Yes Delete button. Nearly everything in the portfolio can be edited using these same tools. You'll see the same buttons when you click on the page headings or on background images. One thing you may have noticed is that even though the portfolio is saved automatically, right below that save notification, it also says your changes have not been published yet. When you click the Publish Changes button, that updates your page so that any changes you made can actually be seen by anyone you've given access to the portfolio. So when people visit your site, what they will see is always whatever the page looked like the last time you hit publish. If you want to check what your published portfolio looks like, you can click the toggle at the top of the page to go to the published view. And when you're satisfied, click again to go back to edit mode. Finally, you can also add pictures, PowerPoint files, or even videos to pages. Most of the time, it's as easy as dragging a file onto the page and then adjusting its size. Here I'll add a picture from my computer to the page. I'll just drag it right on. And I'll adjust it to fit the page a little better. This process works exactly the same way with Word or PowerPoint files too. You can easily embed web content by clicking the plus button at the bottom of the page. Just click Embed and paste in the link to your video or presentation. You can also add files directly from cloud services like Dropbox or Google Drive. This is especially useful for adding Google Docs or Google Slides presentations. And finally, you can always make changes to the headings at the top of the page as well. Just click on the gray area around the page headings, and then select the pencil button to edit. Here you can change the names of the pages, change their order, or add new pages. I'm going to add a few pages for some of my classes. You can move these pages around by using the grab bars on the left side of the page titles. And if you move them to the right, they turn into nested pages. Nested pages can help you keep your portfolio organized and easy to navigate. And that's it. At this point, you know everything you need to start building your own ePortfolio. If you ever have any other questions about how to use your ePortfolio, please feel free to stop by the TLITC, and we'll be happy to help you. You can find us in room E230 in the Charlestown campus.